Monica, CPA. Dito sa channel na 'to, hindi tayong typical na boring lecture. Gagamitin natin ng hacks at step-by-step methods para mas madaling maintindihan ang accounting. Alam kong iba-iba tayo ng style sa pag-intindi, pero ito yung paraan ko na sana makatulong sa'yo para mas ma-enjoy mo ang learning journey mo. So, welcome to episode 7 ng Accounting Hack Series. So, today, gagawin natin yung kinakatakutan ng karamihan, journal entries. But don't worry, hindi 'to scary, hindi rin 'to mahaba. We'll just do 10 sample journal entries. Mabilis siya, malinaw at logical. If gets mo 'to, legit na kaya mo na yung basic accounting. Okay, so before you start, quick reminder lang ng process. Step 1, kailangan mong identify yung accounts. Step 2 is determine kung anong account type yon. Step 3 is you will apply the debit and credit. And of course, step 4, you will now write the journal entry. So, wag mong laktawan yan kasi yan yung hack. Okay, let's go. Sample number 1. Owner invested 50,000 cash. So, debit ka ng 50,000 for cash and capital, credit ka naman ng 50,000. Pangalawa, bought supplies for 5,000 cash. Dahil bumili ka ng supplies, add ka 5,000 supplies. And then, dahil ginamit mo yung cash mo, magre-credit ka ng cash. Okay, next. Bought equipment, 30,000 on account. Dahil pumili ka ng equipment mo, pasok siya, equipment, debit, 30,000. And then, dahil nadagdagan din yung utang mo, credit ka na accounts payable worth 30,000. Okay. Paid 8,000 for rent. Dahil nagbayad ka ng rent, i-debit mo rent expense 8,000 and credit ka ng cash 8,000 din. Number 5, nag-earn ka daw ng 12,000 cash from services. So dahil naka-receive ka ng cash, debit cash, 12,000. And dahil revenue mo 'to, credit ka ng service revenue for 12,000 also. Then, number 6, paid. Nagbayad ka daw ng 10,000 to supplier dahil sa utang mo. Okay? So, dahil nabawasan na yung accounts payable mo, magde-debit ka na accounts payable, 10,000. And dahil nagbayad ka, credit ka ng cash, 10,000 din. Number 7, ang gagawin mo dito, yung debit is 3,000 for under drawings. And then yung credit ka ng cash, 3,000 din. Number 8, nagbayad ka ng 4,000 for electricity. So, magde-debit ka ng utilities expense, yun yung account for that, and for 4,000. And dahil nagbayad ka, credit ka ng cash worth 4,000 din. Okay, next, number 9. Nag-earn ka daw ng 6,000 pero on account. Ibig sabihin kapag ganun, mare-receive mo pa lang siya. Ah, hindi mo pa siya natanggap as pera, pero mare-receive mo siya in the future. So, magde-debit ka na accounts receivable. Yun yung accounts for that, for 6,000. And dahil ito ay service revenue mo, na-earn mo na siya, magre-credit ka ng service revenue for 6,000. And then, we'll be able to expand more on that sa accrual versus cash basis of accounting. So, if you click on that video, you will be able to learn more about this. Okay, so number 10, nag-collect daw ng 6,000 from customer. Okay, so ibig sabihin yung kanina na 6,000 na na-earn niya is iko-collect na niya. So, magde-debit ka ng cash dahil natanggap mo na siya, 6,000, and magke-credit ka ng accounts receivable kasi nabawasan na yung mare-receive mo. Okay, dahil na-receive mo na siya, i-credit mo na. Okay? See? Alang magic, walang biglang twist. So, pure logic lang talaga siya. So, here's the secret. Ito kung ako sa'yo to, i-screenshot mo na siya. If yung cash na na-receive mo, debit cash. 'Pag sinabing cash paid, credit cash. 'Pag sinabing income na earn mo, credit ka ng revenue. Kapag anything expense related, nagbayad ka for utilities, rent, gano'n, mag-debit ka ng expense. 'Pag sinabi namang utang, accounts payable, normally ikre-credit mo 'yon, okay? Pero kapag nagbayad ka ng utang mo, magde-debit ka. And kapag nagsingilan na sa customer, ang ginagamit na account is accounts receivable. See, if makita mong patterns, yung journal entries become automatic na lang siya. So, kung ako sa'yo, kailangan mong mag-practice. Okay? So, quick recap, journal entries follow a process. Always identify yung accounts first. Yung debit is not equal to good, yung credit is not equal to bad. So, yung patterns make everything easier. So, you should actually prefer to practice more than you memorize, okay? So, for the next episode, pag-uusapan natin yung posting to the ledger and trial balance. So, makikita mo dito kung paano na siya nagiging financial statement, yung mga entries mo. Okay? So, if you like to go further on that, i-click mo na yung video na to.